Happy 5th of July. Welcome to That's Good Broncos. I'm Brandon Perna here with Will Keys. Hey, where did our little name things go?
The hell?
Disappeared.
How will people know who we are?
Yeah, how will they know who?
Jesus.
Gosh. I don't like that.
We're like running out of the tunnel for the Super Bowl as a team right now.
Yeah.
We used to do individual player introductions, and now we're just going in as a team. We're the TGS team right now.
Don't like it.
Don't like it either.
Anyway, wait. Oh, there we go. Must got clicked off. But you're back listening to a Broncos podcast today. We're going to see how the Broncos can get to 10 wins. I think that's the goal, to get to 10 wins.
Yeah.
Optimistically 11. We haven't really looked through the schedule yet, but Will and I are just going to go game to game and figure out if we think we can realistically believe that the Broncos will win 10 games. Because it is the 5th of July, and there's probably, throughout the course of the NFL season, the least amount of news that happens is this week. So
I would have to agree with you. Obviously, the biggest story in sports and maybe the world right now, the hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
On ESPN. I know you're not like a big hot dog eating contest fan, but that was truly that was remarkable yesterday. Braving thunder and lightning, and American hero and Messiah, Christ-like figure Joey Chestnut getting down 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes, in spite of all the circumstances working against him. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much weather affects your ability to eat a hot dog.
You must not know much about Major League eating then. I don't know.
Guilty as charged, Will.
I don't either. It's the one thing I tune into, but it's beautiful. It's America at its finest.
Yeah, I was too busy grilling my own food yesterday. I wanted to watch it, but then I got busy. So,
well, reasonable.
I've always been a Kobayashi fan, so maybe that's
take that back. You take that back right now.
He just should have stayed in the game longer.
He's truly the Barry Sanders of hot dog eating.
I saw Chestnut makes like $500,000 a year through endorsements now.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's that low.
Because he's got like so many records, like hard-boiled eggs, eating the most hard-boiled eggs, whatever other competitive eating there is out there. Actually, competitive eating it's got to be the most fitting American sport when you boil it down. It's not even a sport, but
you boil it. Yeah,
it's an American sport.
It's uniquely American. Just the sheer like waste and gluttony. It's remarkable. It's only we could have thought of it, and there's nothing like it on the 4th of July too.
I know.
It's a beautiful celebration.
We just got back from Las Vegas. We did a trip there, and while I was there, I thought to myself that Las Vegas is the most American city there is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like New York probably gets like all the hype, but Las Vegas is true America.
New York is like it's a world city.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, I don't think could exist in another country.
Yeah. Maybe Dubai at this point, but it's like a city that shouldn't exist where it exists.
Yeah.
It is the like epitome of chasing a dream that you're not going to get, of greed, of gluttony, of
Whoring.
disparity in like income, just on a very
Yeah.
visible level when you're walking around. It is like all like if you want to think about like all of the
The weather sucks.
the weather kills you. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like, oh man, I just want to hide in the mountains alone for the rest of my life and live off of nature.
Yeah.
That's what Vegas will do to you.
It really makes you want to go, retreat into a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
Uh,
With that said, we will look at the
Vegas.
Broncos schedule now.
Yeah, it's starting with Las Vegas.
It is. That was a good segue. Dang.
Thank you.
Bam. All right. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. Tickets as low as $135.
That's pretty high for a low ticket.
Okay. I'm going to need, let's see. I'm going to go into the private chat here. Oh, damn it. That's what I want. All right. So I'm going to keep track of our wins and our losses
Okay.
via the private chat, or else we'll get confused. All right. Week 1, it is against the Raiders. It's at wait. Oh, wait. I thought
First 2 games are at home.
The first 2 games are at home. Okay.
How do you feel? Because I feel like the Broncos get a couple home games to start the year, like semi-frequently. I know it didn't happen last year or the year before, but when Peyton Manning was our quarterback, it felt like we were kicking things off at home for 2 weeks, quite a bit. Don't fact check me on that.
It's all right. Here's the thing. Raiders, 6 straight wins against the Broncos.
Yeah.
The brain tells me to pick a loss here, right? Just because like nothing's really gone right against the Raiders. I went into last season optimistically. Why should I have hope again this year? But I really do think the Raiders win streak comes to an end week 1.
Yeah.
They're changing quarterbacks.
We don't know who their quarterback is going to be.
Should be Jimmy G, but we'll see how his foot holds up through a whole preseason.
Yeah.
And if you remember, Jimmy G, with the better head coach and Kyle Shanahan, lost to the Broncos in prime time last year because he accidentally stepped out of bounds in the back of the end zone. I just don't see things starting smoothly for the Raiders this year. I give us a win week 1. Do you concur, Will?
I concur. I like as well that, and this goes for the first 5 games, but just kind of whereas Nathaniel Hackett and Russell Wilson debuted on Monday Night Football with one of the most watched Monday Night Football broadcasts in a long time in Seattle, Sean Payton just gets to open up with an afternoon game at Mile High.
Yeah.
Just kind of under the radar. Like, I'm sure there's going to be a bigger game going on in that time slot. People will be like checking in via Red Zone. It's just going to be kind of like a nice easing in, I think. And I think they get the win here by like 10.
Yeah. I think it'll be Broncos fans are going to be like very excited after week 1, I think. Maybe to the point where we become a little bit annoying again on social media.
Yeah, it'll take 1 week. Yeah.
Honestly, though, I feel like because the Broncos play the Jets and the NFL hates Russell Wilson. I feel like they probably wanted to make Russell Wilson play against the Jets and Nathaniel Hackett on Monday on 9/11 in New York City. But somebody said, come on, let's give Russ a break. Let's give Russell Wilson a break. So, all right, we get a win week 1 against Las Vegas. And then we got another weird team week 2, Washington, the Commanders, with probably Sam Howell making his second start of the season, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think if they were wise, they would hitch their wagon to Sam for at least like the first half of the season, see how things go.
Yeah, you just got to like go all in with him to start the season.
Did they draft anyone this year?
No.
I didn't think so.
They've
like a
reportedly
quarterback.
been like
They passed on all
shopping
their picks.
Chase Young, right?
Yep. Let me double check.
You're looking at the Commanders draft.
Yeah, I mean it's Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett, Jake Fromm. Yeah, I think it's safe to say it's Sam Howell.
Yeah, their first pick, corner Emmanuel Forbes. Jatavius Martin, another defensive back. Center guard, Ricky Stromberg. Yeah, they haven't done anything like crazy this offseason.
Yeah,
I think this is a win. I think the Broncos start 2-0.
This is a win for me too.
All right. Okay, now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty.
The nittiest of the gritty.
Ooh, 11 a.m. game on the East Coast.
Yep.
Going against Miami. Mike McDaniel, hopefully a healthy Tua.
It's going to be hot as shit and humid, and we get to play Tyreek Hill again.
Maybe. Actually, I think he's going to get suspended 2 games.
Yeah.
This is the game he comes back.
I think you're right on the money there. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, not a repeat offender. So I think 2 games is more than enough for him.
Yeah. This is a game to me. This is what's going to happen. The Broncos are going to get their fucking ass kicked by the Dolphins. It's not going to be their offense's fault.
I agree.
It's going to be Vance Joseph being too aggressive against a team that can score at will.
His old team, yeah.
Yeah, I think Tua is going to throw like 5 touchdowns, and we're going to be like, oh, God, why did they hire Vance Joseph after this game? That's my prediction.
No, I think you're dead on. I saw this and I'm immediately like, they're going to be flying high after 2 games against like bad teams, and they're going to get a quick dose of reality in just swamp-like conditions.
Yeah. And Mike McDaniel, like, doing it against the team that brought him up into the world.
It's going to be a big story.
Yeah. All right, so we're at 2-1. Then we got the Bears, week 4 in Chicago. Oh, man, so much of this game depends on, well, I mean, you could say that every game, quarterback, I would say Justin Fields, but like this season for Justin Fields is really important. I think he took a big step in the right direction. I think they kind of gelled with him and their offensive play calling. Run heavy still, kind of like the way Lamar Jackson's offense was going. I need to see how he develops through this season to like go back and then really. And I only mention Justin Fields right now because obviously, you know, Surtain and Justin Fields, those draft picks
linked
right back to each other.
And another point I think about Surtain, so the Bears traded for DJ Moore from Carolina. DJ Moore, one of like 2 guys that made Surtain look human last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, not only I think this is gonna be a close game, but I think Denver wins, and I'm gonna just for fun say Surtain gets an interception on Justin Fields covering DJ Moore.
Ooh, okay. Bold prediction.
Do you concur?
I think that's a very winnable game as it stands. Like, I think the Bears are going to be better. I think they did a lot to improve this offseason, but I don't know how much better. And I don't know how much I think they're going to be better versus how much I think the NFC North got worse by like losing Aaron Rodgers. The NFC North I think it's a up for grabs sort of division that the Bears could take advantage of this year.
I think it's I don't know. I think the Lions are like the clear favorites to me.
Yeah, no, they should be, but like
I don't trust Minnesota to do anything 2 years in a row, especially with like I don't want to say
that's
that
what I'm saying.
they're
It's up for grabs. It's
yeah,
an
their
up for
season was like
grabs division.
fluky last year, but it was fluky. Like they won 12
Yeah.
games with a negative point differential.
I
Um,
know, Will.
I've said it a trillion times. I'm sorry. One last point about this game. Terrible scheduling luck to get a game at Miami early in the season. Great scheduling luck to get a game October 1st in Chicago before it gets
Yeah,
frigid.
there you go. I'll give them a win though. I'll ride with you there.
Yep.
Week 5,
Tough one for me.
Jets at home. I
Aaron
think.
Rodgers.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's a loss.
Oh, man. Obviously, like the big storyline will be Aaron Rodgers, as it will be all season for the Jets. But for us, the return of Nathaniel Hackett to Denver, I want to this game. I just
Oh, you know what
see it
Broncos
as a
fans
win.
have to do?
Count down the play clock.
Yeah, but every time Rodgers is up under center,
Yeah. Oh,
to mess with
absolutely.
him, right?
Yeah, that would be. I think we need to start that.
Yeah.
That'd be incredible.
Like they have the everybody wear orange days. This is everybody count down the clock
day.
when the Jets are on the field day.
Yeah, and they're gonna go like no huddle, and it's gonna be like 24, 23, 22.
Yeah. Just annoying. It's just got to be annoying.
It's just got to be annoying. I want to call this a win, but I'll side with you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to veto this one.
The reason I think they lose, it really has nothing to do with the Broncos at this point. I think week 4 and 5 is when like Aaron Rodgers is really going to start to find his rhythm with the Jets. I think like
that's a good point.
Kind of like the momentum where it's like, oh shit, yeah, we figured some stuff out through September. We're in October. And if Rodgers still has it, like this is kind of when it's going to happen.
Which we don't know. But yeah, the Jets have a brutal start to their schedule. It's going to be a very pivotal game for them. So I can see them
might be a must-win
rising
game
to the occasion.
All right.
Sauce Gardner gets away with PI as well.
Yeah, we've seen that. So we get that, like you just talked about the Jets in a brutal schedule. Broncos have the Jets, and then first game against the Chiefs on a short week, Thursday night football in Kansas City.
Yep. This, I mean, we can talk about the Chiefs kind of back to back here because they played them twice in 3 weeks. One of these is a win for me.
Yeah.
I think
it comes to an end. I agree.
But I think it comes at home.
Yeah.
Not on a short week.
Travis Kelce already said he likes playing short weeks. Short weeks on the road to the Chiefs.
Yeah, tough.
That is a tough one. All right. So week 6, we'll say loss in Kansas City.
Yep.
See, part of me thinks it's going to be the opposite way just because I think it's going to go the way it should, right? By looking at the schedule. Like, well, the home game with the full week off, that's the more winnable scenario. But because I think the reverse is going to happen. But we're going to.
If it wasn't a short week, I think I would agree with you.
Keep this as a loss. 7, we got the Packers at home. Jordan Love.
Win for me.
Yeah, that's a win for me too.
I just don't have high hopes for the Packers this year at all.
Week 7 is when the Packers are really going to start to understand where their franchise is at now.
Yeah, they are. I think, like Tom, of course, is I think realistic about the situation, but
yeah,
this could be if you don't believe in Jordan Love, which I'm not. Like, why would I be sold? Why would anybody be sold at this point? But this year could be a truly rude awakening for them, the likes of which they haven't seen since 1991.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
A long time.
Now we've got the Chiefs on my birthday
Yep.
at home. Now, traditionally, the Broncos lose on my birthday.
And on Christmas.
Went and watched Peyton Manning beat the Broncos in Mile High on my birthday.
What year was that? Was that the 2006 one?
Yeah, I think so.
Vinatieri won it at the end.
Yeah, probably.
Heartbreaking.
So we'll give. Was this week?
Week 8.
All right, we're giving them a win here. We're giving them a win here.
Yeah. So
bye.
Let's recap kind of where we're at before the bye week in terms of wins and losses.
Got a week 1 win against the Raiders.
Yep.
A week 2 win against Washington. A week 3 loss to the Dolphins. A week 4 win against the Bears. A loss to the Jets. A loss to the Chiefs. We beat the Packers. We beat the Chiefs. We head into the bye.
5-3.
Basically winning our Super Bowl by beating Kansas City.
Yep.
And then getting a week of rest to prepare for another, what should be very tough game against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, Monday night at Buffalo is a worst case scenario kind of environment.
Von Miller, he's going to.
Oh, dude.
We might be watching Von Miller.
I didn't think about that.
Russell Wilson in prime time.
I don't think I'm prepared for that on a spiritual level.
No. Fuck. Broncos lose that game.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to take like a crazy Russell Wilson game to win there in Buffalo.
Yes.
Weather could be crazy. Like, where's Josh Allen going to be at that point? Like, I don't know. Don't like it.
No.
Then we got the Vikings and
Sunday Night Football.
Ooh, like you said, I don't buy the Vikings. I'm going to give the Broncos a win over Minnesota. I feel like they've gotten worse this offseason.
I do too.
I know they're trying to like make their defense better, but I don't know. It feels like they're weirdly like they're rebuilding, like a quiet rebuild.
Yeah, no, I think that's it's a weird thing to say about a team that won their division last year, but they have a lot of flaws, and they're not going to have Dalvin Cook. 1% chance that Dalvin Cook is playing for the Broncos in this game.
Yeah. Honestly, Dalvin Cook might be on the Dolphins roster, and he might have like 200 rushing yards. Like,
I could see that as well. I think that's more likely. But a win at home, Sunday Night Football.
All right. Then we get the Browns. I think this is a loss. I think the Browns are going to be good. I think Deshaun Watson is going to be good this year, Will.
I'm not ready to say that. This is a win this is home. This is a win for me. But do I really want to? Jeez.
All right. I'm going to put this as split right now.
We're going to split it. We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it because it might be a deciding factor.
Yep.
Then we got the Texans in December at Houston. Ooh, a 3-game stretch of away games. That's not fun in December.
Yeah, not exactly. Yeah, but three away games in a dome in December is pretty good luck.
Okay.
Not exactly the most hostile environments.
You know, I also think the Texans will be better, but I do see this as a very winnable game.
Yeah.
And we'll give the Broncos the W.
Yep.
We'll feel like we won the D'Amico Ryans, Sean Payton sweepstakes.
I like the CJ Stroud pick a lot. I liked them being aggressive and going and getting Will Anderson. They still have no idea how to approach free agency whatsoever.
Yeah, this is going to be the big Javonte Williams game.
Okay. You think he's going to be – I mean, we hope he's like ready before then, but I think he'll hit his peak right around now.
First December game, he's going to go off. 3 touchdowns, 150 yards against the Texans.
Love it.
All right. Then we got the Chargers for the first time all the way in December. Okay. Now, while the Raiders and Chiefs have been sweeping us, we have been able to split the years with the Chargers. And I feel like this year will be no different.
Agreed.
But I think I got to give the Chargers the win when we're on the road, and then we'll beat them when we're at home.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, so we take an L week 13, or it's week 14, game 13. Then we got the Lions. Oh,
tough, but you always it's weird. It's weird looking at the Lions and being immediately you're like win, and then you think about who the Lions are supposed to be this year.
Yeah.
Tough game for us as Dan Campbell's biggest fans, probably.
Yeah.
This game is TBD. Interesting. They don't have a date, so this could be another primetime game for the Broncos.
Yeah, I think this is a loss.
Okay.
I think the Lions, I think we're going to be appreciating Jared Goff by this point. I think it's going to be like his second really consistent season there with Detroit. He's a really good red zone passer right now. They were a great red zone team. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a game that the Broncos lose, but it doesn't feel like a loss.
That the Lions always play, under Dan Campbell for 2 years. They get better as the year goes on. So kind of a tough spot in the schedule to play them.
Here's where shit gets wild. We play the Patriots. We get a win.
Christmas Eve.
McCorkle's not the guy. He'll be better, but Christmas Eve we beat the Patriots. Then we beat the Chargers at home. And then we beat the Raiders. We close out the season with 3 straight wins, Will.
Agreed. You read my mind on those 3. Sunday night game against the Patriots will feel like days of yore, but it's going to be weird playing them with Mac Jones instead of Tom.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be a Bailey Zappi game. I don't know.
It might be a Bailey Zappi game. You're exactly right.
Their defense will be solid. They'll be solid, but the Broncos will win that game. That's going to be Jerry Jeudy will go over 1,000 yards in that game on the season.
Yes.
Russell Wilson will throw his 29th touchdown in that game.
Yes.
And then we beat the Chargers at home because we said we would. And then we sweep the Raiders. We sweep the Raiders.
Here's a question for you regarding Week 18 at Las Vegas. Josh McDaniels, is he still the coach by then?
Yeah, he's still the coach.
I disagree.
He's going to get fired mid-season.
Why not?
Because before the season, they couldn't afford to fire him. So I think
that was last season.
Yeah, before this last season started. This upcoming season.
Which means they wanted to fire him.
Well, I don't know if they did, but like people talked about they couldn't afford to fire him. I think if they don't have a winning record, then his job is in jeopardy after this season. Um, I don't know. I don't think he gets fired during the season. I don't think they're going to be good, but
No, they're not going to be good.
I don't think they're going to be the worst team in the NFL. And I don't want them to be the worst team in the NFL.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I would love for them to be like the third worst team in the
Yeah,
NFL.
they cannot get Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Caleb Williams or Drake May.
Yeah. No,
Please,
thank you.
Please don't let that happen.
All right. So with this 3-game win streak to end the season, the Broncos are at 10 wins. We're split on Cleveland. So that Browns game could make them an 11-win team. So you believe the Broncos can be an 11-win team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm not going further than that, but yeah, I think they can win 11 games. It's a fairly easy schedule.
I might give them the Cleveland win and they lose to the Raiders to close out the season because there's no reason to really play. Their playoff seeding is already solidified. But
okay. Does Sean Payton? Do we know if Sean Payton has a? Yeah, I mean, he does have a history of like kind of resting his guys at the end. Thinking back to that Super Bowl season.
Yeah, but I think that's a fair way for them to get it 10.
Absolutely. I think we're being, reasonable.
If there's let's see here. So they beat the Raiders, they beat the Commanders, lose to the Dolphins, beat the Bears, lose to the Jets, lose to the Chiefs, beat the Packers, beat the Chiefs, lose to the Bills, beat the Vikings, beat or lose to the Browns. Doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously it might, but for our intents.
Yeah.
Beat the Texans, lose to the Chargers, lose to the Lions, beat the Pats, beat the Chargers, beat the Raiders. The only thing, when I'm looking through this, the only area I feel like I could be wrong is Jets through Chiefs here.
Yeah, agreed.
They might lose both those games to the Chiefs, but beat the Jets. Like, that's the scenario where I'm like, maybe those two things could be reversed.
Agreed.
And I think the Lions game will be a toss-up by that point. And I think the Chargers are going to be, I think the overall standings, it's going to be the Chiefs, and then the Broncos and Chargers, I feel like are going to be neck and neck, and then the Raiders are going to be the worst team. And I think the Chargers are going to be better. I think we like the narrative that they're always good in the offseason, but they made it to the playoffs last year, lost in horrific fashion, but they made it there kind of like despite a lot of shit going wrong for them. You know what I mean? They were close to as injured as the Broncos were. The difference is like that happens every year to the Chargers. And that's been happening every year to the Broncos. And I feel like they both underperformed and overperformed at the same time. Like their offense wasn't as good. Herbert wasn't as like dynamic. But they still managed to win enough games to get into the postseason.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's going to be real competitive between Denver and the Chargers, the way we thought it was going to be heading into last season, and then it just kind of wasn't.
Right, and they swung and missed so hard, I think, on J.C. Jackson. Khalil Mack, like, not terribly impressive at this point in his career. The Staley factor, it feels like if they open up slow to the season, like there's going to be so much pressure on him.
No, I agree.
And again, like the Joe Lombardi factor as well.
Yeah.
Facing his old team. Maybe that
Lombardi,
gives Denver.
Yeah, we got him now.
Yeah. I really don't. He got a lot of heat last year. I think he just ended up being the fall guy for Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
But I think overall, this is both reasonable and just like a very not a best case scenario, but like we'll be thrilled
Yeah.
with 10, 11 wins. Obviously, it would be our first winning season since 2016.
Yeah, we need it. We need it bad as a football
Need it
fan
real
base.
bad. Got to have it. I think it gets us a wild card spot. I think the Chiefs still win the division. Denver finishes second in the AFC West, and we just can't predict who we're gonna play in the wild card round.
It'll be the Chargers. I feel like it's just going to be the Chargers.
Could they play the Chargers if they're both wild card teams?
Yeah. Anything's possible.
Is that true? I'll go with yes.
Yeah, I mean, like the Browns and Steelers played each other, right?
No, I'm saying not because they're like in division opponents, because neither of them won their division.
Oh.
Yeah, so who would play at home if they're both wild card teams?
Oh, you're right. You might be right. How many wild card teams are there?
3.
They would have to be the second and third seeded. They'd have to be right next. They'd have to be in the middle of all the seeding, right? Could they be though? No,
I think they probably. Let's just say they play. I could see them playing like the Bengals.
Yeah,
which would be tough.
Bengals, Browns, Jaguars, Jets. Oh, Jets, Broncos in the wild card round. That would be fun.
I don't see that. I see the Bills winning the AFC East.
No, I know, but well, yeah, I mean, they could play another wild card team, couldn't they? Or no, it has to be another division winner.
Yeah, the 3 division winners
play the 3 wild
right?
cards,
and then
Well, the Bills could have the bye. The Bills could have the bye week. They could be the best team, so they
could play the Chiefs.
Oh fuck!
Good lord, I'm not prepared for that.
If they, the worst case scenario for me would be they beat the Chiefs both times in the regular season, and then get bounced by the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Yeah, I would totally accept. I would obviously I would accept 2 horrific losses to the Chiefs in 3 weeks if they can come back and beat them in the playoffs.
It's almost like you'd want the Chiefs to beat them so badly in the regular season that they write them off, and then they just shock everybody and beat Kansas City in the playoffs.
That would be so much fun to end the streak in the playoffs.
Yeah, that would be way cooler. Way cooler.
At Arrowhead.
Yeah.
TikTok on Jackson Mahomes' grave.
Why is he dead, Will?
Metaphorically speaking.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, he'll be in prison. Same thing.
TikTok on his jail cell.
TikTok.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, TikTok outside the prison walls.
If he goes to jail,
yeah,
I will try to schedule a visit so I could TikTok with him, or like in front of him.
A conjugal visit?
No.
Just kidding. I was just thinking about that because we were watching Office Space in Las Vegas while you were gone.
Nice.
Yeah.
When you got burnt out?
Yes.
Cool. All right, that's how the Broncos get to 10, possibly 11 wins. Thanks for watching the podcast. Don't forget to check out benchwarmerbrew.com. That's my coffee company. You purchase coffee there. You support both Will and I. And, we're getting back into it. We're back.
Yeah.